once again resorting to my pathetic need to overthink just to feel like anything real is happening. Because it's in the moments that I felt at peace that I can sit and think. And I missed everybody who ever loved me. And darling, I meant it when I said I wanted you to be happy. I just didn't want you to be happier than me. But I guess I'm just not that lucky. And she may not still be next to me, but the walls of my heart hold photographs of beautiful memories. And this pain cuts deep and still remembers to visit me. And it may not be set free, but I know someday I will be. So heartache, thank you for still believing in me. You're not a problem, you're my sanity. And I love you for it. Thank you. Thank you. It's hot up here, and I am just far too obese to be moving around in the heat. But that's what you get when you book an American band. That was dumb. I'm sorry. I just killed the vibe. Cool. This poem is called Heart. And I wrote this poem because where I live in California, we tour and we go to different towns, and I see the same thing happen. I see girls who are doing whatever it takes to get attention, and it breaks my heart every time. And I see girls who prostitute themselves to fit in, and they're not trying to get money, they're just trying to feel accepted. And that's what this song's about. It's called Heart. This is what she told me. She's tired of living, and tired like she's praying to nothing, and tired of trusting everybody who says they'll be different. She's tired of feeling like she's good enough to take to bed, but not good enough to take on a date. She's tired of faking orgasms just so he'll fake his love for her. She's tired of feeling the need to undress just to connect to that dream she dreamt when she slept. That fantasy of coming clean and beginning a new journey, distant from this emotional torment and emotional bleeding. But most of all, she just wanted to fall asleep without the distance she felt between herself and the one she felt closest to. She just wanted to see love pull through. And it was the exhaling that wore her down, releasing more baggage into her shadow than her heart could possess. And some nights she wanted to silence her breath just as long as her heart would die with it. And that was her whole existence. Just cheap smiles and cheap laughs to mask the fact that her life was a holocaust of cheap sex that felt like prostitution. Her service opening her legs, her payment not feeling his neglect, because she just wanted to connect. She was striving for love, but she would settle for permanence. So she lies in bed with lies in her head, lying linear to the light reflecting off of her worn out skin, torn open from nails digging in. The pain, the ache, the express lane of sex stains, and the strain of knowing he'll drive away the second she stops playing those painful games. So she likes to watch bands play, to feel connected to the musicians who write the songs that she thinks she's in love with, when really she's just looking for other hopeless romantics, ready to dive into pleasuring broken entities reduced to first names and text messages, only sent when boredom sits in, the workload is slow enough for him to take out his frustrations into her soulful innocence. But darling, you're better than this, and you deserve love, and you deserve respect. And if you don't see your beauty and only see lies, maybe it's time you take this guy's blindfold off of your eyes and take his rope off from around your neck, because you were made to show the world your heart, not just your skin. Thank you. I want to tell you guys a little bit about me. My name is Cam Smith, and after the show's over, I hope that I can learn all of your names, so please come talk to us. But my name is Cam Smith, and I want to tell you that I believe in God, and I believe in love, but I believe that if you don't believe in God, you still deserve to be loved. Because the second that love becomes exclusive, and the second that we only extend love to those who are like us, or those who believe the same as us, is the second that love doesn't exist. Because there should be no strings attached. And I think that a lot of times we build up these walls and say, if somebody's not on this side, it doesn't agree with us, then we don't have to love them. But I want to tell you that love is a gift given to everybody. And I encourage you all to share love with everybody you meet. And if you're tired, when I was younger, I was tired of feeling worthless. And I was tired of feeling like I had absolutely no purpose. And when I was 16, I tried to kill myself. And I want to tell you that I found a solution that worked for me. If you're sick and tired of feeling like you don't have a purpose, just share love. Just share love. And every day that you're alive, every day that you keep fighting for your own life, is a day that there's a little bit more love being shared in this world. And for that reason alone, you have a beautiful, eternal purpose. And this song's about when I was having trouble finding love. It's called Ghosts Can't Love. What's the point? What's the point? What's the point? Can your so-called honesty predict revelations when this trigonometry reveals all my innovation? The angle set had no equation. A triangle makes sense, but our parallel lines never intersected. Our love was a geometric oddity at best, something we would hate to love, but yearn to detest. And I hoped it wouldn't last, but I never wanted it to end. Because hopefulness came in a pretty package, and oh my God, I wanted to open it. You were like a letter sent to me from the world, and one of these days I was going to see what it holds. I can just imagine the stress being torn open with that envelope. But if you can hear me, next time send a postcard, something that doesn't need to be concealed, so I can see your words for face value, scribbled in the back of a place I wish I was with you. Because hopefulness was still in the cards, and I fought the fact that it was going to be hard, and I never was superstitious enough to believe in fate anyway, or luck for that matter, or sometimes even hope. Because we've all been there before, when disappointment feels like a revolving door. You didn't rip out my heart, but you ripped out my core. And I still remember that night, that minute that you said, darling, no one will ever replace you. show me what love looks like. Just show me what love looks like. As I close my eyes every night, I'm ready to breathe. I'm ready to believe. And I'm ready to be alive. Just show me what love looks like. Because you are love. And for whatever reason, I'm alive. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you to every single person in this room. I love you. The fact that you're here and we're playing in a country we've never been to before, and you're actually here, means the world to us. And I'm really excited to be on the show because Every Stranger Looks Like You was incredible, and Loner was incredible. And if I'm allowed to speculate, Listener will be incredible because I've seen them live before, and it's a beautiful thing. And thank you, everybody, for being here and fellowshipping with us tonight. We have a couple more, and then we're going to be done. And this poem is called Nothing Ever Changes. And it's about this stupid thing that we have where people think that love can end through a legal procedure. And it jacked me up. And it took me a long time to figure out my life through the depths of divorce. And if you've been there before, I promise you it's not supposed to be that way. And you're not alone. Here we go. The pain of our broken bones holds no candle to the pain of our broken homes. The bond is so cold in fatherless homes. Who is to blame but our own? When mothers overseas see pain that we don't know, and they pray their offspring have no double X chromosome, because if so, they become triple X photo drones. While we spend our time alone on our cellular phones, not connecting with each other's minds, and definitely not connecting with each other's souls. It leaves black holes just the right size for the devil to make his home. And unfortunately, I can confess, time after time I've let these demons infect my mind, and I've let the devil make his home. But can you blame me? Where I'm raised in a nation where I'm taught every time I make a mistake, I can just blame society. When my United States is a product of history books, not history. And I'm the bastard son of an upstart preaching to believe in things I can't even see. But I'll take it without any reason, because I need some sort of dignity and clarity through this changing season. And I'm told I'm speaking blasphemy, and I'm not speaking righteously, when really I'm just being honest and telling you what I'm afraid of. And I'm told I'm going to regret this when I meet my maker. And I've compromised so many times for my own desires that I don't even know what I'm in. And I just want to go home. Thank you. We're kind of running out of time. We're going to keep this going. This is called So Fond Of. It is on the first album we ever wrote. And if you want to buy that album, go for it. But the other album's better, so don't. I'm just helping you save some money. It's called So Fond Of. It's a dream. You and her in a tree. Kissing. And what if there was truth to the statement that first came love and then came marriage? But it's not that way. That's not the song we sing when sex without a condom is the new engagement ring. And the pain it brings is so demeaning. I would trade so much just to feel something. Cause darling, I said I was holding your heart, but that was just for show. You said till death do us part, and I died such a long time ago. And since then I've been fed an old bread that's already turned back to stone. I used a scarf cause I was hungry. watered down that message so I don't feel so condemned. When death was my lover and conviction just a friend. And then it did end, I wish I could pretend so that she would at least trust me again. She said, call, I'll still be awake in that hour. Congratulations, darling, I've been falling asleep in weeks. Withering away like trees, grass, flowers. Whatever it be, God forgive me. You said, blessed are the meek. And I've submitted myself to something great. And then when I wake, I find out it doesn't even relate to that void, that pulsating headache, no caffeine, that called the anxiety of knowing all of this is fake. But God, I'm awake. And I want to be clean again. And all these voices from my past whispering in my ear, telling me when I'm done trying to find myself, they hope I find my way back home. But little do they know, I'd rather live with this feeling of sickness and disappointment than going back to feeling alone. Thank you. One last time, thank you so much for being here. This is going to be our last poem. And I just want to tell you that my guitarist unfortunately had to leave this project. And Shanny from Germany has stepped in and filled in. So I just want to thank him. And yeah, give it up for him. And he has some free stickers in the back for his band. And I know that Loner has some free stickers too. And like Loner said earlier, last night somebody stole some equipment from them. So if you guys can help them out, that'd be great. This song is dedicated to some ladies here tonight who drove quite a distance to see us. And they asked for us to do this. And this poem has nothing to do with them because it's about a car crash. And he drove along. Oh man, there goes all credibility that I had. This song is called A Car Crash, and it's about this girl that I really liked who died in a car crash, and I guess just the feeling that came with it. And if you have lost somebody in your life, whether because they passed away or because they moved on, I want to tell you that if it hurts, it's worth talking about. And a lot of times we feel alone in those moments. But what I've done in my life, and I don't have all the answers. I'm not a very smart person, but I can tell you about what I've done in my life. And when this girl died, I promised myself that if I did one thing, I would share the love that she shared with me with everybody else. And that's the solution I found. And if you're living a life where you miss somebody who loved you, that's what worked for me. This is called Car Crash. It was problematic at best to perceive existence through the myopic lens I embedded into myself. My lack of gestures limited the effectiveness of my delivery, and all she begged for was deliverance. Just soft, eloquent passages that would provide closure, not answers, just closure. And I somehow fashioned together an array of broken glass that looked enough like a face that it would pass, and she would find a way to keep her roses watered and alive again. When deep down I was broken, prized among the lackluster thieves. sandwiches in the back. But if you don't have money, that's okay. Come and talk to us anyway. Because I know a lot of us believe different things and a lot of us have lived different lives. But we're all in this together and we're all here. So we might as well be a family, right? Right. So let's all talk and see one body together. God bless you guys.